It was something about a film.
The gentleman would like to know when the film is coming out and...
Where will we be able to see it?
That.
Well, we only just finished shooting it about 7 hours ago. So I'd say next weekend is probably not going to be in the equation. Really, the plan is basically we're going to be doing post-production and then we're going to move on to a grade and then do sound and do music, and so that realistically won't be all finished till kind of end of January, and then we have to go and see where it goes now. So realistically won't be till probably this time next year, so September, October, and after we win a Palme d'Or and a Golden Bear, we'll then decide how, you know, we'll pick our cinemas very selectively because it's going to be so successful.
Thanks. Yes.
Yeah, just on the same question. Do you think it's going to come out in Italy? Owen?
Macken.
This isn't working.
Yes.
There you go, there's your answer. We're getting through these quick. I hope you've got more questions. This is going to be over really quickly. Hello.
Hi, I'm a cosplayer, and I experienced as soon as I put on my costume, I kind of become the character
Sure.
a bit more. So I wondered, is it the same with you? As soon as you put it on, you're your character, or do you find the character inside of you before you go on set?
That's a very deep question.
Ever happened to you too?
Wow, that's a Percival costume.
This is an Alex
Stuck
Vlahos
in the door.
Alex is very method, so Alex should answer this.
Alex is deep.
I don't quite know how to take that. No, but didn't you, on your first day of filming up in Treffel, didn't you say I don't know what Gwaine sounds like? So it's true. Owen has to, you know, he doesn't speak like you. He speaks like Gwaine. I don't know.
I'll actually tell you what's going to happen, because when I first came up to do Gwaine, I had no idea what I was going to do, and I decided I was going to do a Scottish accent because that seemed like fun. And then I got there, and the director was Scottish, and the first AD was Scottish, and I just completely bottled it, so I had no idea what I was going to do. And then it was really early, and I just started talking much deeper. And I was like, oh, this sounds really cool. I'll just do this. And that's what happened. So I'm not sure if that answers your question at all. But
what's hilarious about Gwaine's voice is that when it's on camera, when it comes across on the screen, it does sound really cool. I'm quite jealous about it. When you're acting with it, it sounds hilarious. Deep. But it comes across really good. So well done, bud. It's good. But to answer your first question, which is completely gone from my head, you're saying... When you get...
She was just saying when you put on a costume to make you feel like you're more in character. The answer is yes.
Yeah, but I don't have a lot of costume, like I'm missing.
Did something remotely silly like that happen to you?
Let me just get this so everyone can see this. That's hilarious. Okay, so what I'm holding a picture of here is... What's your name, sorry? Anya. In what looks like a Percival costume, and she's experiencing some of the problems we have with the cloaks. One of them, getting them stuck indoors. We are obviously in forests and stuff quite a lot, and you tend to lose your character a lot when you're supposed to be a cool knight and then your cloak gets caught in a branch. So yeah, we experience those problems.
Thank you.
There you go. What was your answer going to be?
I don't know if I had an answer. It's weird because I have like 2 different costumes. I was Mordred the bandit thing and then became a knight. And I actually felt like the one I wore the chainmail, I felt a lot younger. Because obviously next to this man and this man in chainmail, I just felt like a tiny little kid. Which obviously probably helps, I think.
You are a tiny
I am, I know. I'm a little boy. I'm going to stop before I embarrass myself further. Any other questions? Yes.
Favourite lines that you say in Merlin?
Favourite lines you say in Merlin?
There's not a lot.
think you say sire really well. Sire.
Sire's more of a Rupert one, isn't it? So Leon, sire, a message has arrived. Favourite line? Wow, that's a thinker. You?
I can't remember any of my lines.
Great.
I couldn't tell you. Oh yeah, can you remember one of your lines?
I've been here before you, mate.
I got one of yours on my bracelet.
Oh, just read it.
What's the line?
Okay, quick.
Do it in the Gwen voice.
Do the green ones.
I can't do the green voice.
Nobility is defined by what you do, not by who you are. Oh, I remember that one. That was a good line, actually. That was quite an important line in the context of the show and the character, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember that scene. Next question. Yes.
What are your favourite?
This is what you do, Tom.
Thank you. For all three of you, what are your favourite filming locations in Merlin and why?
Okay, this is like a game show. This is like Compiègne, because you're in France, and France is great because you get cheese and bread and stuff. It's really no, seriously, because Wales is really cold and you're in this really crappy studio, and it really is just a big, massive warehouse, which they were too scabby to build a proper studio, and they just build it out of sets. Well, it's true. And then in France, you're in this really big castle. And actually, the funny thing about France was, as I was saying with Tom, part of the reason why we came back this year was genuinely because we're in France and all the fans are... Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Twitter man is Welsh, in case you didn't know.
Nice.
Oh, there are some sheep in the room.
But yeah, no, genuinely, part of the reason why we both came back was because everyone was really cool. You got to meet people in France and went, oh, this is quite interesting, because when you're in Wales, you're in the back of this industrial estate and you're quite isolated, and suddenly you realise people really like what you're doing in the show, and it's also, you're in a big castle. So, you know.
There is one, it's called Neath Abbey. It gets used a lot. We have a lot of locations that we use a lot in the show. No, but Neath Abbey is, there's a bit in episode 2, is it Sifa and Ruadan, and they have that little chat and he dies. that location there, it's in Margam Park in Wales, and that's pretty cool. But they tend not to use it as much, or use it a lot, as we tend to do. It's mostly just trees and mud, isn't it?
We have a location called Forest Fower, and I've never spent so much time in one forest. That forest is used so much, like we've used that for so many locations, so they do use the same ones a lot. I'm trying to think of my favourite one. I think when it's warm I like Treffle, which is...
We don't have a favourite one because it's always really cold. We had a really crap day. Actually, is that episode 5 when we're on that thing when we're stuck there with them? That's it. Yeah. So next week, there's an episode where we all go on a bit of a quest. Am I allowed to say that? Who cares?
Some people are good to it.
Come on, we go on a quest every episode. Seriously. You know what I mean? It's not a massive spoiler. I probably couldn't even tell you what we were questing for because I genuinely prefer to not know. And I'm like, what episode are we doing? What?
Now we need to stand in front of the screen.
Why?
We're a bit dark.
But now we're like light.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, that was a great idea, Alex. Yeah. What the hell was I talking about? Yes, episode 6, right? It was really, really cold and we all hated it. It was literally the most miserable 2 weeks of our entire lives. And it's probably going to look like it's really warm and sunny, and we all hated it, just so you know. So when you watch episode 6, we're genuinely in pain. Remember that one with the cloaks and the vines? And
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
What's good about that is that we were supposed to be, weren't we? We're in some horrible place where we just wanted to get out of it, and we literally did. It was terrible. Next question. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
I was just wondering, I'm hoping to be attempting to direct in about February, March, and just had any advice for me. In the theatre, not on camera.
Macken.
I've never directed theatre. and I don't know. Alex has done theatre, and he actually has his own theatre company, which is very good, apparently. No, it is very good. So he would be the best person to send it on.
Good luck. No, advice is really strange. What sort of thing are you doing? Like a small, short play, or?
It's a modern retelling of the story of Jesus Christ as a gay man in modern day Texas.
You may be on your own with that.
Make sure the actors learn their words. And, wow. Say that again.
It's a retelling of the life of Jesus Christ and his disciples set in modern day Texas, where he and all of his disciples are gay men.
I mean, it's almost on the verge of genius.
You were totally making that up, aren't you? You're basically...
See the script, I have it with me.
I'm stumped. I mean, who even thought of that? Who went, I've got it!
A gay man in Texas in a town called Corpus Christi.
What?
As it's a play in Body of Christ.
Oh, yeah.
He's a gay man from that town, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know it well. David Williams, isn't it? Oh, right. Next question. But I love the enthusiasm. That's awesome. Yes, so at the back, let's go with one of these two here. Let's go with you on the left here first. And then...
Speaking of gay men, do you guys ship Merthur?
Speaking of gay men, what? Ship Merthur.
I don't know what it means.
Do we like the idea of Merlin and Arthur as a couple? Well, the many nights' sleep I've lost thinking about that, I couldn't tell you.
Why is there a ship?
Why do people not just say relationship?
Everything gets shortened online.
Does it? I could have saved a lot on tweets if I did that. What's that called? There's people that ship Gwaine and Perwain?
Expression. Someone should tell Alex about Merlin/Mordred.
Merlin and Mordred, what's that one called? I don't think. Murdred? Sounds like murder. Oh, I love Murdred.
Do you know what? I walk out of the room for 1 minute, I come back in, and you guys are just...
Lost it. So in answer to your question... No, I don't think so. Hello, yes.
On a much more serious note, where did the concept of cold come from?
Actually, do you want to answer this one or should I? I actually can answer this one. Actually, no, it's more you. Well, no, for me, I said to Macken, we were filming series 4, halfway through series 4, I think, it was not at the end of series 4. Not that's relevant. Yeah, September last year. And I said, you know, how I really want a sort of a challenging part, and, you know, I've sort of been given quite a lot of parts that are, you know, either the muscle man, Mr. Percival over there, and, you know, the parts I've played have been sort of, you know, to my type or whatever. And I said, I really want a challenge, and, you know, my dream part on stage would be Lenny in Mice and Men. And I said, I'd love to play a part. Oh, got a little reaction. I said I'd like to play a part like that, and he said, I'll write you one. And Cold was born. But you can carry on with your concept.
That's very good. That's actually what happened, yeah. And I just wrote it on the tube for the next 6 weeks.